All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We are coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field here in beautiful San Andreas, Calaveras High School, home of the Calaveras varsity RedHawk football team. I'm your host, Gil Valtierra, the voice of Calaveras football, and alongside of me this evening, as always, Mr. Greg Stark. Greg, how are you this evening?
Couldn't be more excited, man. This is playoff football. This is what it's about.
Playoff football at its best is right. The Calaveras RedHawks, the number one seed, here in the second round, playing host to the visiting, the number 5 seed, Denair Coyotes. Winner of this game, it doesn't get any bigger than this, plays for the Division 7 Joaquin Section Championship next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving at 9 a.m. So a lot on the line this evening. Greg, what can we expect from this visiting Denair football team?
So Denair runs on their offense. They run a wing T, which is a compact offense for those who aren't familiar. But they run it a little bit differently than most offenses. For the wing T, they do it very quickly. So as soon as they break the huddle, they run up to the line, get set about as quickly as possible, and snap the ball. So Calaveras is going to have to be on their toes, defensive line set and ready with the calls. The defensive scheme called in early so they can prepare.
Yeah, and then one of the other special things about the wing T offense is it's kind of almost like a reverse or counter type of offense, because what happens is you have what looks like the play might be going one way, the line, the action all looks like it's going left, but the wing's actually going to get the ball going to the right. So a lot of misdirection, and so defensively, it's going to be really key for Coach Clark's defense and these players to do like what they always say, read their keys, understand the system as far as pulling guards and backs releasing out of backfield, and trusting their instincts and trusting those keys, and then reacting off of that key. Because if they just go off of where they believe the flow of the play is going, they could get fooled and end up paying dearly for that.
Right. This is almost a hypnotizing offense where, everything you just said, and I'm going to add in there, do your job. Do what you're a coach to do. Don't overcommit. Like you said, they're going to want to lull you into it looks like this for 2 yards. It looks like this for 2 yards. It looks like this for 2 yards about 15 or 20 times. And just when you think you have it figured out and you're going to break off from what you should be doing, you're going to go chase, and they're going to do that counter, and it's off to the races in a 50-yard sprint. So doing your job, staying home, staying disciplined regardless of the score, down in distance, another key for Calaveras tonight.
Yeah, Denair High School comes in. Their quarterback, number 8, Derek Potter, he's got 14 touchdown passes on the season, which is pretty impressive given the wing T is predominantly a running style type of offense.
Right, and for a junior, he's coming back next year, hopefully for them. So a junior to have those numbers is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then their running back, number 26, Bryson Salazar, he's got 24 touchdowns on the year. That's not a typo. 24 touchdowns. He's their top runner. He's also a junior. He's averaging 132 yards a game.
132 yards per game. That is some really good numbers. Again, something you would expect from a wing T, heavy run offense. So having somebody with those numbers, certainly Calaveras is going to want to know where he's at on the field. And if I'm Denair, probably going to use him as a decoy also.
Sure. And then when Bryson Salazar is not getting the ball, the second running back is the senior fullback, number 1, Dagan Butler. So he's got quite a few yards on the season as well. So, of course, fullbacks, they like to run up the middle, in between the tackles. So those inside backers for Calaveras are going to have to be ready for him. And then Harlan Brown, number 3, is Denair's top wide receiver. He's averaging about 45 yards of receiving per game. And so obviously Coach Doug Clark, the defensive coordinator for Calaveras, he's going to make sure his guys are prepared. I would imagine in the wing T, your primary concern is stop the run and then force them to go into their passing game.
Excuse me, you're absolutely correct. And that's good for Calaveras. Last week, Legrand threw the ball pretty well against Calaveras, and the deeper you go into the competition, typically we would be exposed to more and more pass offenses. So coming up against a run-oriented offense with Calaveras' very stout, run-oriented defense is what you're going to want to see, second round of playoffs.
Yeah, and Denair, they come into this game, Coach. They came out of the Southern League. They took second place in the Southern League, right behind Stone Ridge Christian, who was upset last week by Linden, the number 7 seed. But Denair comes into this game 8-2 after last week's win, 9-2, but 5-1 in the league. They were the number 5 seed, where Calaveras comes in and they beat LeGrand last week 33-6. And they had the same record, so they're 9-2 on the season. The number 1 seed versus the number 5 seed. The winner of this game, as I mentioned earlier, will play for the CIF Joaquin Division 7 section championship next Friday at 9 a.m. at Sac City College, the day after Thanksgiving. So they're going to have to be very mindful of their turkey intake the night before for a lot of these players if they end up winning this game. They will play the winner of tonight, the Linden versus Somerville game. So if Calaveras wins tonight, we know for sure the other game is the Motherlode League team. We can have an all Motherlode League section championship game.
And if, for those who weren't here last week, that might give the Northern Division a little bit more respect. So it seems like the Southern Division got a little bit of the edge, if you will. And for Calaveras, not looking past this game, we have to play this game, or they have to play this game and perform well. But the possibility of playing two teams that you've played very well against in the playoffs has to make you feel pretty good. You know, they did really good on those when they played both Linden and Somerville. They beat Somerville, 21-7. They beat Linden 42-12. So having that in your pocket, where you're not the Cinderella team, you're the team to beat. There's certainly pressures with, being the Cinderella team, and, you're not supposed to be here, and you got here on a, wing and a prayer. But being the one to beat, being the number 1 seed, have beaten the other teams before recently, that's something that teams are gunning for you.
I'll tell you what, Greg, I had an opportunity to speak to some of these players earlier in the week, and pretty much got the same sentiment from all of them. They say that this week has been the one of the most exciting weeks of the year. They say the team is pumped up. They say that they've been fired up and focused. They understand the impact of this game. Winner goes to the section title game. The last time a Calaveras high school football team played in a section championship game was December 3rd of 2010.
Wow.
Yours truly was on the sideline coaching that team on that game. In fact, Coach Jason Weatherby was the head coach. Mm-hmm. I was on the sideline. Of this staff here tonight that's coaching this game, 3 of those coaches, of the 5 of coaches that were on that section title in 2010 sideline, are still on the sideline tonight.
Wow.
Manny Mosa, the head coach,
mm-hmm.
he was there in 2010. Doug Clark, the defensive coordinator, he was the defensive coordinator back then in 2010. And, of course, legendary offensive line coach Scott Anderson, he was there. He's coaching tonight. They all understand the impact and ramification of this game. It's a very hard, difficult, long road to be able to get to a section championship, and they're 1 game away. So they understand what's on the line. So it's going to be a very exciting football game coming up.
2010, being that dedicated as a high school coach to stay around that long and put that time and dedication into the team, and I'm not going to say be rewarded for that, but be rewarded for all the hard work, schemes, and knowledge that they've gained over the years that they can embark onto these or pass on to these student athletes. That's I don't think any of you guys forgot that.
No.
In fact, I'm not sure how much time we have left.
We've got time.
Maybe you can run it down for the.
So somebody may be going, well, what happened?
Well, yeah.
So Calaveras has not won a section title in its school history. They've been there many times. They've come close many times. In 2010, that was the most recent one, and they came very close. In fact, Calaveras had the lead 20-19. With less than 30 seconds remaining in the football game.
And this was Escalon?
This was against Escalon.
Right.
So Escalon gets the ball. It's 3rd down. They're out of timeouts. Oof. Calaveras sacks them. Now the clock's running. It's 4th and forever, right? Get a sack, knock the ball down, do some stop there. Calaveras is section champs.
Right.
Escalon throws the Hail Mary, just throws it up. No receivers open. They just throw it up because they're out of timeouts. See what happens.
Right.
Calaveras defenders go up to knock it down. It deflects off another player right into the hands of an Escalon player. Now they're in field goal range. They rush to the line of scrimmage. You could see on their sideline the kickers running off the sideline to go run to try to set up a field goal attempt, a PAT. And with time running out, they hit the field goal and win the section title 22-20.
Wow.
That was the final score.
Wow.
And
what a heartbreaker.
And I was talking
an absolute heartbreaker.
I was talking to Coach Clark, and I said, before the game, and I said, it seemed like forever that all happened, that whole scenario. But in real time, probably 2.5 minutes went by when all this happened.
Right.
And we literally went from we're about to be section champions to we just lost the section championship all in the blink of an eye. So quite an incredible outcome. I'm guarantee you these coaches haven't forgotten that.
Doesn't sound like you have either.
No. So, folks, while we're here, we've got about 5 minutes left here before we're going to have kickoff of this game. The Calaveras RedHawk varsity football team are right at the 50-yard line into the middle of the field, right at the C for Calaveras, having a team prayer. The coaches are all on the sidelines. The visiting Denair Coyotes are on their sideline. We're probably moments away from having the national anthem, and they'll call captains to the middle of the field. What we're going to do is we're going to step away, hear a word from our sponsor. And you're not going to want to miss this football game. Winner goes to the section title. We'll be right back. Natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs, or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier. Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship-level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California, is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852. Experience the exhilaration of the open road with a Harley-Davidson test ride booking. We understand the unique thrill that only a Harley can deliver. We are dedicated to providing our fellow riding enthusiasts with an unparalleled test ride experience. Whether you are a seasoned rider or just starting out, our diverse range of iconic motorcycles is waiting for you to take them for a spin. Book your test ride today and feel the unmatched power, style, and legacy that is Harley-Davidson. MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs, or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852. All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where the visiting Denair Coyotes are here to take on the home Calaveras RedHawks, with the winner punching their ticket to the Division VII CIF Joaquin Section Championship football game. National anthem is just completed. Calaveras had won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So we're going to see the Denair Coyotes start off on offense. The visiting Denair team is in all whites, white jerseys, white pants, white helmets. And then the home Calaveras RedHawks in maroon helmets, maroon jerseys, and white pants with maroon trim.
Typically, Denair has their purple uniform as their dark colors, which is more of a deep violet or an indigo. But tonight, like you said, they're in their white. Calaveras last week in their whites. So they're changing it up a little bit and switching back and forth.
Glad you brought your color wheel with you tonight, Greg. That's
It's good to be accurate. We're trying to paint a picture.
All right, so Denair in their all whites with their what'd you call it?
A deep indigo or a violet.
Okay, yeah, it's outlined with that. They're going to be receiving the ball, moving from our left to right. And number one, Caden Gray, the Calaveras kicker, is preparing to kick off for Calaveras from our right to left. We're moments away from the semifinal football game. And here we go. There's the kick. It's a deep kick off to the left side. It's caught about the 10-yard line. That's number two. He gets it up across the 20. And then there's a host of maroon jerseys that stop him right about the 22-yard line. And that's where Denair will start off 1st and 10.
Great start to the beginning of the game. A clear 49-degree night. You go down there on a crisp night like this and make a pop. Number 44, Landon Patrick, down there to make the first hit. And like you said, the rest of the Hawk flock was down there to make them make the tackle.
So 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Denair breaks the huddle. There they go, quick to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback under center, makes a snap. He's going to pitch it off to his left. That's number 23. He's going to get stopped right away. That was Connor Hart.
Looked, Enrique was out there on the edge, set that edge real well, took on the blocker, then made the tackle. So a good job with Hernandez getting out there and playing some strong defense for a loss.
It'll be a loss of 2 yards. They'll spot it back at the 20-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd and 12. Yeah, they do move quick when they break that huddle. They rush right to the line of scrimmage. That quarterback's under center again. He takes a snap. He hands it off right up the middle. And number 7, Enrique Hernandez, gets in there and makes the stop right away. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12 coming up.
And one of the things for that quick snap, like you said, getting up there and getting into the line and snapping the ball as quickly as possible, that could cause problematic for Calaveras later on when they get used to that quick snap and, if they delay it and, get that false start. But so far, so good.
So 3rd and 12. They send out their wideout, who's not even in the huddle. He just kind of runs out and lines up out there. There's the snap. Quarterback's looking to throw. Dumps it off to his left side. That ball's going to be complete.
Well short.
Yeah, it's probably a gain of about 6 or 7 yards, but he will be well short of the line of gain. 4th down coming up.
So that was interesting. He wasn't in the huddle, knew the play, came in, went to his spot, and that might be something to pay attention to later, that how they call the plays. Passing's been a little bit of a issue for Calaveras.
So 4th and 4. They change out about half a dozen players here, so it looks like Denair is going to opt to get in a punting formation here.
Yeah, that was odd. They all came together in the huddle, and then the last second they broke out, and I would imagine they're running short on time with the amount of time they've taken so far.
Yeah, the ball spotted at their own 28-yard line. They do line up in a punt formation. There's the snap. It's a low snap. He picks it up. He does kick it away. bounces at about the 45-yard line, and Ryan Clifton is going to leave it alone, and it's going to get a fortuitous bounce all the way down to about the 19-yard line of Calaveras, and that's where Calaveras will start their first offensive drive, 1st and 10.
Yeah, good first punt for Denair, kicking it away from Clifton, who has had some success running punts back for some big yardage and touchdowns. So they certainly watch their film.
So Cohen Curran, the starting quarterback for Calaveras, gets the call from head coach Manny Mosa. Ball will be spotted at the Calaveras 19-yard line, 1st and 10. They're moving from our right to left. Curran will go under center with a single back behind him. Puts a man in motion. Gives it to that motion man. I believe that was Ryan Clifton, who cuts it right back up to the middle, gets it to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of a couple of yards, 2nd and about 8 coming up.
You know, something with that quick snap that Denair does, it's kind of hard for the offensive line to get up and get set and find who they're going to block. You know, the way Calaveras approaches it, coming up to the line, letting everybody get set, making the line adjustment calls. Looks like Patrick's limping off the field a little bit.
Yeah, number 44, Landon Patrick, who plays tight end and then linebacker defensively, just came off the field limping. Let's hope he ends up okay. He's an important player for the team. Curran gets the offense to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 8. He'll go under center with I-backs behind him, takes the snap. He's going to hand off to 7, Enrique Hernandez, who goes off left tackle and picks up 2, maybe 3 yards. 3rd down coming up. Not a bad defensive play there by the Denair Coyotes.
Yeah, that was their front line handled that very well and got off their blocks.
So 3rd and 6 coming up. They spot the ball right about the Calaveras 23-yard line. Here comes Cohen Curran, the quarterback. Breaks the huddle. He'll line up under center with split backs behind him, slot formation to his left. He snaps it, fakes the handoff, throws it off to his left. That's complete to Ryan Clifton, who's in the open field. The 50, one man to beat. The 20, 10, touchdown, Calaveras.
What an awesome call right at the beginning of the game.
From his own 23-yard line, Cohen Curran fakes to Enrique Hernandez, and on the play action, he threw the little bubble screen to number 22, Ryan Clifton, who beat a man to the sideline and then used his speed and took off all the way to the house for a touchdown.
That's why they kick away from him. He's got some true breakaway speed once he gets out in that open field.
Here comes Caden Gray with the kick after attempt. There's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Wow. So with 8:01 remaining in the opening quarter, Calaveras draws first blood, 7-0. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship-level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School.
Oh.
Calaveras just attempted to kick, but looks like maybe we have an offsides or something on the play. There's a flag on the play.
You know, other than the obvious 7 points that Calaveras put on the board, now Denair knows that Calaveras will throw. They'll throw on 3rd down. They'll throw when they don't have to. And that's going to be something they're going to have to account for. So Calaveras can throw the ball and get good yardage out of it is what they come away with right there.
It's a great offensive call because on 3rd and 6, 6 yards is not hard to get for a back like Enrique Hernandez. So faking to him, those backers got to honor that. And then to throw a high percentage pass of just that little bubble. It's an easy pass to complete, and then Ryan Clifton did the rest. So here's the kick, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds. So, again, we'll get another flag. I would imagine Denair will just take this ball at the 35 and start their next offensive drive from there. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up.
And again, on that touchdown play, it looked like at least one of the backers fired up the A gap right there where the center is, again, taking more people out of the play. So I'm not saying it was a gutsy call, but it was a really, really well-timed call.
So they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, Denair. 8:01 remaining here in the first quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 7-0. And
40.
Oh, they moved it up to the 40-yard line. I don't know, some sort of penalty or something. Or Coach Clark, the D coordinator, wants an explanation. Like, why are you moving the ball up? And now the officials have an official timeout so they can kind of explain to each other.
Looks like the way they're explaining it to each other is because of the the penalty on the kickoff where they moved them back 5 yards, they get an additional 5.
Well,
it's not moving.
The line judge or the side judge there is giving the explanation to Coach Mosa. So nonetheless, they'll put it at the 40, 1st and 10. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off underneath. And there's a host of maroon jerseys there. Nowhere to go. Probably a loss of about a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up.
Man, if I had to guess, number 52, Michael Crandall was the first one there. He was the closest to the ball carrier when they got off the ground, but immediately hit.
So they'll spot the ball at the 39-yard line, 2nd and 11. And I'll tell you what, it's been my experience. There's not many people around in this area that know the high school football rule book better than Coach Doug Clark does. So there's the snap. Quarterback goes back. He's going to hand it off to 26, who's still on his feet. And then he's going to get tackled by number 7, Enrique Hernandez. And he lets them know, not this way, buddy.
Yeah, they had a little bit of misdirection play where they a lot of Calaveras players bit on the up the gut with the fullback, and 26 went out to the side. And Enrique, again, staying home, staying disciplined, doing as he was coached, was able to keep it for maybe a yard gain on that.
Yeah, no gain actually at all. They spot it at the 39-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and 11. Coming down on 6:49 remaining in the opening quarter. Denair seems to take their time in the huddle, but once they break that huddle, they snap the ball pretty quickly. Quarterback under center, puts a man in motion, takes a snap. He's going to fake. He's looking to throw the football. He's trying to set up a screen. He's got his man. That's number 23. He's in the open field.
Wow.
He's going to get past the 45-yard line and finally brought down at the Denair 49-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down.
That was another great play call. That was very good screen, well developed. They had 3 linemen out there for the running back or the receiver. Owen Sheehan split between 2 of the defenders and was able to make that stop to prevent a first down. That was really good play by him. They had 3 linemen, and he was able to kind of knife in there and get a hold of him and bring him down. Well played.
So on 3rd and 11, Denair calls the screen, and they pick up 10. Now we're at 4th and 1 from their own 49. They're back to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle, and it's going to be close.
He might have.
They're going to mark him right at the line again. This is going to be totally dependent on the spot. Let's see where they spot it. And they're going to give it to him. So it's going to be a first down, Denair. Much to the dismay of this home crowd.
Yeah, they're calling it forward progress to just past the line of gain.
So they'll spot the ball right at the 50-yard line. New set of downs for Denair, 1st and 10.
Certainly 4-down territory for them right now with being behind and on this position of the field.
Offense to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback's looking to pass. He's going to throw it deep to his left. Ryan Clifton's on coverage, and it's going to fall incomplete. Great coverage by number 22, Ryan Clifton.
Yeah, he was all over him, and looks like the receiver out there is a little slow to get up. I think that was number 3, Harlan Brown. He's on the sideline.
Yeah, he's their top wide receiver that we talked about in pregame. He's averaging 45 yards per game this whole season. And when they do look to throw, they look to throw to him. And he's still on the ground, and they are attending to him. He went up in the air high to try to come down with the ball, and when he came down pretty hard. A lot of the times when you see that happen, Greg, it's, getting the wind knocked out of you, something along those lines. We're 5:13 here in the opening quarter, and it looks like Harlan Brown, number 3, is sitting up.
Yeah, hard to see. Again, like you said, it's hard to see how he landed, but he was laying in the supine position. Now he's sitting up, and now he's getting helped up. So hopefully he's doing okay.
Yeah, he's going to walk off. And like I said, a lot of times that's just getting the wind knocked out of you when you fall in an awkward position. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 right from the 50-yard line.
I don't care who you are. You get your wind knocked out of you like that. That little panic sets in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Even if you've had it done multiple times, it's still a little bit of a...
Yeah, we like air. Oxygen's good.
At least our body does.
Number 8, Derek Potter, the quarterback under center, takes a snap. He's going to hand it. There's going to be a little counter, and it's no good. The Calaveras defense was not fooled. They stop them behind the line, probably a loss of 1. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, that's the wing T trying to do the counter, trying to get Calaveras or catch Calaveras, and almost looks like he lost footing as they made that tackle. So, good job, Turf.
Yeah, they'll spot the ball at the Denair 49-yard line. 4:44 remaining in the opening quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 7-0. Denair's got a 3rd and 11, moving from our left to right. There goes number 8, Potter, under center. Takes a snap. He's looking to throw, and then there's a flag. They stop before the play can continue. Let's see what the call is.
Looks like a false start.
Yeah, false start on Denair. That's going to move him back 5 yards. So they'll move the ball back to the Denair 44-yard line. And that'll be 3rd and 16.
The nice part about this, having Denair do relatively the same plays, your defense doesn't have to change, and you only have to sub out to give guys rest, and you can typically plan that so they don't have to switch personnel as much.
So on 3rd and 16, wouldn't be surprised I see a little bit of pressure here. No, they're going to hand off. That's number 23. He's sweeping off to his left side. He's going to get tackled in the backfield. Number 5, Colton Ray, came up and tackled him from behind. It's going to be another huge loss of about 6 or 7 yards. 4th down coming up.
Man, if that running back didn't get the handoff, Wyatt Arias was going to. He was right there getting the quarterback or hitting the quarterback right as the handoff was getting made. So great job getting in there, and pressure is always from that defensive front line.
They spot the ball at the Denair 38-yard line where it's 4th and very long. There's the snap. Here's the punt. It's a high kick right up the middle. Ryan Clifton's going to stay away from it. It's going to bounce about the 30-yard line and then heads inside the Calaveras 25, about the 23-yard line. And that's where it'll be 1st and 10. Calaveras, they'll take over for their second offensive drive. You know what it looked like a little bit to me, Greg, is that was number 26, Bryson Salazar, their best running back that has all those yards and touchdowns. He was not running very fast off that left edge. I almost think that was a little bit of halfback option pass, and he didn't see the receiver open that he wanted, and then ended up just getting sacked from behind because he did not look like he was running full speed.
Right, and usually you put more than one receiver down there, but good observation. We'll have to pay attention to that as the game progresses.
All right, so Curran, the quarterback, in the shotgun, hands it up the middle. That's number 7, Enrique Hernandez, who breaks it all the way down to the 50-yard line.
Right up the middle. Calaveras got him the offensive line, got a pretty good split, got on their blocks, and he exploited that and was relatively untouched until he got all the way down to the 50.
So 1st and 10, Calaveras with a big run by Enrique Hernandez will spot it right at the 50. Coming down on under 3 minutes left. Calaveras moving from our right to left. 1st and 10. Curran in shotgun with Enrique Hernandez, the lone back right behind him. And the ball snapped. Looked like he wasn't ready for it. And we have a penalty marker down. So let's see what the call is.
Possibly false start on Denair. They tried to, looks like they tried to jump the snap count.
Yeah, offsides on the defense.
Sorry, offsides.
So they'll move the ball up to the Denair 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 5.
So Denair not doing very well with their penalties and putting themselves, in unadvantaged positions pretty frequently so far in the first quarter.
Coming down on 2:28 remaining in the opening quarter. Calaveras get to the line of scrimmage. Kern and shotgun with double slot receivers to each side. He's going to hand it. No, he fakes the handoff. It's that same play to Ryan Clifton, that little bubble screen. He makes a man miss. And then he's going to finally get brought out of bounds inside the 40-yard line of Denair. Looks like he picked up enough for a Calaveras first down. Yes.
So Denair played that much better than they did last time, but still enough for a first down. Better blocking, Calaveras had good blocking on that, but Denair played it better. And was more aware of Clifton coming out to that area.
So we got a scoring update from the KVGC studios. Somerville 7, Linden 6.
Close.
Kern and shotgun again with double slot receivers. There's the snap. He's going to keep it himself, run off to the left tackle, makes a man miss, gets down to about the 35-yard line, picks up about 4 yards on the play, second and about 6 coming up. Also have another scoring update in Division 6. Liberty Ranch 7, Ripon Christian 7, and Sonora 7, Bradshaw Christian 0.
Looks like there's a penalty, possibly holding.
All those teams tonight trying to get a W to head to the section title game for their division.
Things are so much more important. Every yard, every penalty. Playoffs can cause some nerves to go.
It looks like holding on Calaveras on the play, so it's going to move them back 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and 20 from the Denair 48-yard line, coming down on a minute and a half left in the opening quarter.
Technically, you're not supposed to hold.
Curran and shotgun, double slot receivers again. He's got Enrique Hernandez in his left and that ace back, puts a man in motion. Hands off to that motion man. That's Ryan Clifton, who breaks one tackle but is unable to break the second tackler. He'll get it about the 47-yard line, picks up a few yards, second down coming up.
Yeah, Denair played that. Looks like they fired the middle linebacker up and disrupted that play a little bit and stopped Calaveras for much of a gain. Denair's overall, except for that, the Enrique long run and the touchdown, they played pretty well up front.
Curran breaks the huddle. Second and long. Double slot receivers. He's in shotgun again. There's the snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique, who's got some room up the middle, and then he gets finally brought down right about the 43-yard line. We're going to have 3rd and 14 coming up, and there's 20 seconds, and the clock still remains. This could be the last play of the first quarter here.
Doesn't look like Calaveras is in any rush to get out there and get it done before the quarter. In fact, they're kind of calling him over to the sideline.
Yeah,
right
that
now.
was the last play. So that's the end of the first quarter here at Frank Meyer Field at Calaveras High School. Calaveras has the lead, 7-0. When we come back, they'll have the ball, 3rd and 14. We'll be right back.
Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field here at Calaveras High School. Second round of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 7 playoffs. Winner goes to the section title game next week against Linden or Somerville, the winner of that game. So they switch sides. Calaveras now moving from our left to right. It's 3rd and 14. Kearns in shotgun with double slot receivers. There's the snap. Fakes to Enrique. He's trying to throw deep on the right side. He's going after Clifton. And it falls incomplete. It was thrown just a tad short. Clifton came back and tried to adjust to it to make the grab and was unable to do so. So the incomplete is going to bring up 4th and 14.
Very good coverage by Denair. He was with him the whole way. If that ball wasn't thrown any differently, I think it had a really risk of being an interception. Good news is Calaveras had a really nice pocket for quarterback Cohen to sit back there and take his time, plant his feet, and do what quarterbacks do and throw it.
The other good news is I just saw number 44, Landon Patrick, jog back out onto the field, as I believe Calaveras is going to line up in a punt formation here. And he looked like he got over his limp issue, so that's good news for Calaveras.
It's playoffs. You probably got to.
So 4th and 14. There's the snap. There's the punt. It's a little short kick off to the left side. It's going to bounce out right about the 20-yard line or so.
Not a bad
Denair.
kick. Not a bad kick at all.
That's what Denair will start off. 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 11:48 remaining in the second quarter, and Calaveras has the lead 7-0.
You know, on a good note, we see Polson out there. He's got about 2 or 3 rolls of tape on his ankle from the injury last week, but he's out there and he's been making a difference, plugging up that middle and playing like he has all year.
Yeah, he's back at that Mike Backer inside linebacker spot. There's Denair's offense. There's the snap. He runs it right up the middle, and there's nowhere to go. Maybe back to the original line. They maybe gave him a yard. Not much there, but maroon jerseys.
Yeah, that wall of maroon is really played well all year and holding up well in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll spot it just beyond their 20. They'll give him about a yard, maybe a half a yard. It's second down coming up. Looks like that number 3, Harlan Brown, the receivers lined up. He got over whatever his injury issue is. There goes the quarterback rolling left, back to pass. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage. Number 10, Quincy Dyson, on the coverage on number 23. He was all over him.
Not sure what coach that was on the sideline, but he showed some range, went down, got that ball. Yeah, quarterback rolling out, little off target, landed outside. Calaveras pressure made him do some stuff he didn't want to do.
So 11:09 here in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 7-0. Denair gets the offense to the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. He's fake. He's still going to throw the ball. He's got a man. He throws deep, and it falls incomplete. Ryan Clifton was there on the coverage, but number 3, Harlan Brown, went up to try to grab it and was unable to come down with the ball. Incomplete. It's good. 4th and 9 coming up.
Nice to see him back on the field, number 3, Brown. Looked like a little bit of a blown coverage. Clifton really had to drop a gear and put on the jets to get back there, back into coverage. So, again, something that Calaveras has struggled with last week and a little bit this week of is covering downfield.
So Denair lines up in a punt formation on their own 21-yard line. There's the snap. There's the kick, and it was close to getting kicked. They throw a flag, or was that a flag?
That was a flag.
The referee threw something. It was almost blocked.
Yeah, he was shocked. Hernandez was shocked that he got in and ended up running into the kicker and knocking him down.
Let's see what the call is. Personal foul, roughing the kicker on Calaveras. That's going to give Denair another set of downs there. And this is where the intangibles come into play, and you got to be really careful because Calaveras was looking to get the football back. They have the lead. They were going to have the ball, and then suddenly you have a penalty. It's 4th. They're trying to give you the football, and you end up with a penalty, and you give it right back to them.
Let them give you the ball.
I agree. So, the personal foul, roughing the kicker, is a 15-yard penalty. So, not only does it give them a new set of downs, it also gives them much better field position. They're going to spot the ball just beyond, looks like just right at the 36-yard line of Denair. And it'll be 1st and 10 as they attempt to move the ball from our right to left. 10:42 remaining in the second quarter. There's Potter, the quarterback. He hands it off to a running back off to his left.
Job.
But number 13, Owen Shahan, had something else to say about that great tackle.
Came in like a rocket and wrapped him up, winged him down, like throwing a raccoon upside a shed, took him down for a nice loss. I don't know where he came from. He came in hard.
Loss of 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 14. And Owen Shahan was one of the young men I talked to this week, and he said he believed his defense was spectacular, and he was certainly spectacular on that play. Potter, the quarterback, fakes the first back, gives it the second back, and once again, maroon jerseys, they maybe get a yard, 3rd and about 13 coming up.
Yeah, from this vantage point, I couldn't tell which 3 were there, but Calaveras was there immediately.
The Calaveras defense doing a very good job against the run. We haven't talked too much about Bryson Salazar thus far, and he's been their top runner. They pretty much have shut down the rushing game, and the only potential big plays Denair has shown has been through the air thus far. And
big plays and penalties.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage. Potter fakes. He's looking to throw. They're trying to set up that screen again. He has it. He's got lead blockers. And great hustle.
Good Lord.
Great hustle of number 5, Colton Ray.
Looks like Denair got away with I think somebody called it a holding, but it was more of a mugging. Calaveras, couldn't tell which one it was, came through the line and almost ripped his jersey off. But Colton Ray with the hustle to come back and prevent a first down. Great engine on that. Good job.
That running back caught the ball, had 3 lead blockers in front of him, but got caught from behind.
Championship playoff football effort all the way. That was amazing play.
Gain of about 5 yards, so it's going to be 4th and about 5. And it looks like Denair is keeping their offense on the field. Here comes a big 4th down play. There's the snap. They run that little fake draw play to 23, and number 7, Enrique Hernandez, was not fooled. It was the wraparound blind draw. He rolled right like he was going to try to pass the football, left it to his running back, and number 7, Enrique Hernandez, was not fooled.
Enrique has been staying home and doing his job all night so far. I mean, we're only a little bit through the second quarter, but Calaveras has been playing good, sound, fundamental football, especially the defense so far.
So they'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line of Denair, and Calaveras takes over 1st and 10 on the big 4th down stop. They're moving from our left to right. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, goes under center. He's got a single back behind him. That's Colton Ray. Puts Clifton in motion. There's the snap. Hands off to Ray right up the middle, who runs over a would-be tackler. He'll get it to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Number 1, Deegan Butler for Denair, took a little bit of a punishment on that play. Good job sitting in front of the train, but held on and ended up taking him down, but not after a nice gain, 1st down gain.
I talked to Coach Moser, the head coach who calls the offensive plays, and in the podcast he said, we'll take 3.3, 3.5, 4 yards every time.
The math works.
There's Curran under center. Puts a man in motion. That's Paulson. Hands off to Enrique, who's got a hole. Cuts back up to the middle, get across the 30-yard line. He'll have enough for a Calaveras 1st down.
Ran over 1 and was tackled by 3 more. Denair swarming to the ball, but when the ball's being carried by a angry running back, it's going to be hard taking him down.
So they spot the ball at the 28-yard line of Denair. 1st and 10, Calaveras. Curran, the quarterback, under center. Split backs behind him. Hands off to Colton Ray off the left side, and a nice tackle there by number 77 of Denair.
Looks like they made a last-second adjustment on the line, kind of shifted over, gave Calaveras a little bit of confusion on that number 77, Evan Cornell.
Yeah, Evan did a good job making the stop there. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 coming up. And that defensive line, they did a little stemming there.
Right.
Stemming is where they line up in one spot, but then prior to the snap, they move where they were originally lined up at. That makes it tougher on offensive linemen to determine who's blocking who. Here comes 2nd down. Curran under center. Single back behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Enrique. Fakes to him. Gives it a counter. Then to Colton Ray. Runs right up the middle. Big gain of about 10 yards, but he's going to be about a yard short, I believe, of the 1st down. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, Calaveras having a lot of success going right up the middle and getting really good yards no matter who's running the ball, either Colton or Enrique.
6:11 remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead 7-0. They have the ball just inside the 20-yard line, and we have an equipment issue there on number 5, Colton Ray. The white hat is asking him to leave, so Owen Shahan will come in to replace him.
Looks like either equipment malfunction or something. Doesn't look like he's hurt. Just looks like they had something wrong with his gear.
So Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, gets the call from Coach Mosa. It's 3rd and 1, just inside the Denair 20-yard line. Curran will go under center. He's got single back Enrique Hernandez right behind him. Puts a man in motion. There's the snap, hands off to Enrique, off right tackle, runs over, oh my gosh! Absolutely trucks and barrels over a would-be tackler, gets the ball to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal, Calaveras.
There was a yard sale of Denair players on the ground from Enrique, just knocking him over like he's bowling ball through bowling pins. They might want to start thinking about tackling a little bit lower.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Here comes Curran under center. Enrique, the single back behind him. Puts a man in motion. There's the snap. Gives to Enrique again. And this time, he's going to pick up maybe a yard. Not much there. Denair was ready for him that time.
Yeah, they had a little bit of, again, missed blocking assignments up front. There was a clean Denair player that came through cleanly and made initial contact, and immediately 2 more followed.
So 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras has the lead 7-0. They're looking to add to it. Cohen Curran, the quarterback, gets the offense to the line of scrimmage. Single back Enrique Hernandez behind him. He puts Clifton in motion. Hands off to Clifton with Enrique lead blocking. He cuts back up the middle. Touchdown, Calaveras!
Great block by Enrique, and even better read by Clifton. Enrique engaged in that block and started getting into him and making some movement. Clifton planted his foot and went right up behind him, ran off his backside, and right in for a touchdown. Good read, good run, good blocking.
So many weapons. You've got number 7, Enrique, who showed just running over would-be tacklers, and then you fake to him, give to Ryan Clifton. Then you have him lead block for Ryan Clifton. Just so many weapons to try to stop. Here's the kick after. Caden Gray, there's the snap, there's the kick. And the kick is good. So with 4:41 remaining in the second quarter, Calaveras has the lead 14-0. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where the Calaveras RedHawks have just added to their lead on the 5-yard Ryan Clifton touchdown, 14-0 with 4:41 remaining in the second quarter. Calaveras preparing to kick from our left to right. There's the kick. It'll get caught right about the 20-yard line by number 25. He's looking to hand the reverse off. He does, and Calaveras is not fooled. He'll lose a few yards on the attempted kickoff return reverse. They'll spot it about the 18-yard line. First down, Denair coming up.
Yeah, Drake Johnson for Calaveras was not fooled. Again, maintained his lane and maintained discipline, came down and made that tackle. You know, and going back to that short field that Calaveras had, you know, great job on the offense, punch it down, but you know, even better job by the defense holding him to a good field position, only a short distance to go. There's a lot to be said about what a defense can do for you.
You bet. Here comes Denair. Potter takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking at a throw. He's rolling off to his right, throws to his right, and it's going to fall incomplete. And it's probably a good thing that it does, because there was more maroon jerseys around there than there was white jerseys.
It looks like Corey Castle was making his way. That quarterback rolled out pretty far to his right, had 2 blockers, but Corey Castle not giving up on the play. Got there right as the quarterback was throwing it and may have disrupted that a little bit.
So another KVGC Studios update. Big thanks to Jim for all the updates. Second quarter, Linden 12, Somerville 7, Sonora 14, Bradshaw 0, Ripon Christian 17, Liberty Ranch 7. And now it looks like Sonora's up 21-0. They've got control over Bradshaw right now. Potter hands off the ball right up the middle. Not much there, but more maroon jerseys, maybe a yard. 3rd and about 9 coming up.
And Calaveras certainly having their way with that front line and stopping, just stoning any running effort going up the middle.
LeGrand tried that last week with that big freshman and just couldn't get anything done. It's really tough to run in between the tackles on this Calaveras defense.
And Wyatt Harris isn't a large human being, but the way he gets off the ball and gets into people, his quickness really causes fits for the offensive line.
Clock is moving, 3:45 remaining, 3rd and 9. Potter under center, takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to throw. He's got pressure. He's got a man wide open. That's number 3. He catches it, and then he's going to get tackled by number 13, Owen Shahan, but not before Denair picks up a big, long first down.
Again, another blown coverage. And the reason that probably wasn't a touchdown because the wide receiver had to wait for the ball to get there. I couldn't tell who was going in there. I believe it was Enrique going in and got a hit right as the quarterback threw it. But if that quarterback could follow through and throw it a little harder, it was Corey Castle, that could have been a huge, huge play. So Calaveras need to tighten up.
So 1st and 10, Potter hands it off. And it looks like the ball's loose.
They got it.
And it's recovered by Calaveras. They tried running
that
the wing counter where they hand off to one running back and he hands it off to another back. And there was a problem with the exchange, and Calaveras comes up with the football.
It didn't look like the second running back got the ball cleanly at all. From what I could tell from up here, it looks like it hit his hip. So I'm not sure if Calaveras' pressure, put people in different positions than they were expecting, but great job on the turnover.
So they'll spot the ball at the Denair 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Calaveras, and there's 3:17 remaining in the football game. And Coach Moses has a chance here to maybe try to get another score before the half.
Fumble recovery is just as good as a 4th down stop.
So here goes Cohen Curran. He's got the offensive call, breaks the huddle.
Timeout.
It's a delayed game on Calaveras.
That's a quick delay.
So they'll move the ball back 5 yards to the 45-yard line. 1st and 15. Kern, the quarterback, will line up under center, split backs behind him, slot receivers to his right. Takes a snap, fakes. He's going to throw it to 22, Ryan Clifton, and it's well overthrown. And they're trying to hit him on that bubble screen again. This time there was just way too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, that was just a really bad throw. There, nobody in his face, no pressure. Stop the clock with 3:14 left.
2nd and 15. Ball's at the Denair 45-yard line. Kern, the quarterback, breaks the huddle. He'll line up under center with I-backs behind him, slot receivers to his right. Takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique right up the middle. And Enrique picks up a couple of yards, not much there. 3rd and about 13 coming up.
Looks like he was tripped up, got hit down low, and never regained his balance and fell forward about as far as he could.
Ball's at the Denair 44-yard line. 3rd and 14. 2:47 remaining in the second quarter. Curran goes under center. I-backs behind him. Slot receivers to his right. There's the snap. He's going to pitch it off to Enrique off to his right. Gets a nice block. Makes one man miss. Runs over another would-be tackler. Still on his feet. And is finally going to get brought down about the 30-yard line. And he's going to have enough for a Calaveras first down.
That looked like a vintage Zonka run where he'd hit somebody and bounce off and go and hit somebody and bounce off and go. And just the punishing runs look like they're taking their toll. Good job with Colton Ray to get a block to free him on one of those. And first down. Great job, Calaveras.
3rd and 14, and you hand it off. You do when you got number 7 on your team. 1st and 10. Curran under center again. I-backs behind him. He's going to hand off to number 7 again. Makes the first man's miss. Still on his feet. Gets close to about the 21-yard line. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play. 2nd and about 3 coming up with 1:57 remaining.
Run it till they stop it.
It's amazing. He looks like he's getting caught up in the backfield, but he keeps those legs moving, and next thing you know, it's a gain of 7.
Yeah, it's really good, hard running, lack of wrapping up by Denair. Everything's going so well for Calaveras right now.
Here comes Curran under center again. Eye backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. There's the snap. He hands off to Enrique again. Carries the first would-be tackler all the way down to about the 15-yard line, and it's going to be another Calaveras first down.
That right side of Calaveras' line is just getting off the ball and getting into their blocks and, pushing their block back 2 or 3 yards before, they can even get off and try to get a hand on Enrique.
And with number 7, Enrique Hernandez at 235 pounds, it's like trying to tackle a lineman when he's carrying the football. Curran under center, puts a man in motion. There's the snap. Hands off to Enrique again. Makes a man miss. He's in the open field. Runs over a would-be tackler and gets into the 1-yard line. He dove to the end zone, and they're going to mark him just short.
50 Jordan Lyles, and it looks like 53 Shane Brock are absolutely destroying that right side offensive line, left side defensive line. And Enrique is just handing out trucks like you wouldn't believe.
So they'll spot the ball at the 1-yard line, 1st and goal from the 1. Man, it's been the number 7 Enrique Hernandez show these last several carries here. He's been running over tacklers, running by would-be tacklers, and Denair's defense has just got to be sucking wind at this point.
Who do you think is going to get the ball? Looking at my crystal ball real quick.
Clock is moving, and Calaveras calls a timeout with 21 seconds left. We're going to stay right here. 21 seconds. They have the lead 14-0, and it's been the Enrique Hernandez show on this drive. After the mishap on the wing counter play from Denair, they hand off to one running back. The wing comes away. There was a mix-up. It's sort of like a reverse on the exchange. Calaveras ends up with the turnover. They have a 40-yard field to work with, and it's been number 7 left, number 7 right, and now they find themselves with 21 seconds remaining in the half, a chance to score from the 1-yard line.
And good clock management. They knew they were going to take a timeout. They let it run down a little bit. You're so close to the goal line. You've been getting, no less than 2 or 3 yards of play, so let the clock run down a little bit, and if you have to, kick off to the team after you score, they do it with less time.
If you're a Denair defensive lineman or linebacker, when Calaveras called a timeout, they're probably going, thank God. So here we go. Curran under center. Ball's at the 1. He's got eye backs behind him. Enrique is the halfback. There's the snap. He gives to Enrique off left tackle. Goes in. Touchdown, Calaveras. Number 7, Enrique Hernandez finishes what he got started, and it's a touchdown.
52. Michael Crandall just absolutely handled the defensive line. I couldn't tell who it was for Denair. Ended up towards the back of the end zone. What an amazing blocking they have going on right now. They're just having their way.
Here comes Caden Gray with the kick after attempt. There's the snap. There's the kick. And the kick is good. So with 15 seconds remaining in the half to score, Calaveras 21, Denair 0. We'll be right back.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School. We're the Calaveras RedHawks on the back of number 7, Enrique Hernandez just scored another touchdown. They have the lead 21-0 with 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They're getting ready to kick off from our left to right.
Good job, Caden Gray, getting his kicks down. They had a little bit of an issue last week with snaps, with kicking. They had to go for 2 for a couple times because of that. So I'm glad to see he straightened it out, and he's doing very well. Minus the kickoff out of bounds, he's been doing very well tonight.
It looks like there was some sort of penalty on Denair after the touchdown, and so they mark it off on this kickoff. So he's got a short field and kicks it deep, and it's going to go right into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick by number 1, Caden Gray. And so the ball with that touchback will come out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Denair will start their next drive with 15 seconds left.
That was probably his best kick I've seen of the year. He's really stepped up in the playoffs here and done very well. That was a really good kick.
When you move it up 15 yards, it's going to look really good.
We don't say that. We just said he did a good kick. You're right. But it was a nice kick.
And looks like Calaveras is going to call another timeout with 15 seconds remaining. We'll stay right here. I would imagine, Coach Mosa, you can't take the timeouts with you, and so you might as well use this one. Coach Clark said the defensive coordinators out on the field, they probably want to make sure that, hey,
nobody behind you.
Let's get an extra safety back there, maybe a little dime or nickel defense. Watch for these, halfback option plays, all the crazy stuff that you see at the end of quarters or the end of halves. So not a bad time out here to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row.
Yes, you're up by 3 points or 3 scores, but they don't play a whole lot of dime often. So just to make sure everybody knows their assignment, can't give too much information and remind them too often, especially when the stakes are so high for the playoffs.
All right, so Calaveras defense is ready to go. It's 1st and 10. Denair at their own 20-yard line. They're moving from our right to left. There's a snap. Potter pitches it off to his left side. That's 26, Bryson, who carries, breaks a couple of tackles, gets to about the 32-yard line. It'll be a first down, Denair, but the clock moves.
Yeah, best run of the night. They might have called timeout. No, they did not. Best run of the night, but it comes a little bit too short at the end of the quarter. Or into the half, actually.
Yeah, that was Bryson Salazar, and you're right, his best run of the night. But the clock moves, and that's going to be it.
I'm surprised they didn't at least call a timeout to throw a Hail Mary or something. I mean, the stakes so high with the playoffs, you're going to want to take every opportunity, and I'd hate to have them regret not taking advantage of the 20-some seconds they had.
So that's the end of the first half with the score, Calaveras 21, Denair 0. What we're going to do is we're going to step away, hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll break down the first half for you, and we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect this second half. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California, is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852. MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Frank Meyer Field at Calaveras High School and the second round of the CIF Joaquin section Division 7 playoffs. Winner tonight goes on next week to play for the section championship. Calaveras has the lead 21-0 at the half. Let's talk a little bit, Greg, about how we got here. Calaveras in the first quarter with 8:01 remaining. Number 22, Ryan Clifton, on the short little bubble pass from Curran, turned it into a 77-yard run or reception, pass for a touchdown. Caden Gray's kick was good. Calaveras had the lead 7-0. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, with 4:41 remaining, number 22, Ryan Clifton again on a 5-yard run by the great block by Enrique Hernandez. That gave Clifton his second touchdown of the half. Extra point was good. Calaveras had the lead 14-0. And just right before the half ended with just 15 seconds left, number 7, Enrique Hernandez, from a 1-yard run, just barreled into the end zone. And he had started from the 40-yard line, and pretty much it was that whole drive was number 7 left, number 7 right, and he finally finished it in the end zone. Extra point was good, and so Calaveras has the lead 21-0 here in the first half. Greg, tell us a little bit about what you saw.
So I saw Calaveras' front line having their way with the defense from Denair. They really had very few broken plays or blown plays, and then that first touchdown, the pass, it's unlike Calaveras to pass and get a large run like that, or a large run after catch, if you will. That kind of really took it out of Denair. They were hanging with Calaveras for the most part, and then that seemed to, they were a little bit less pep in their step. So right now, Denair trying to figure out how they're going to stop number 7, and then how they're going to get past the front 3 or 4 of Calaveras' line to get their offense moving. I will say, though, that Denair has had some success with blown coverages from Calaveras to get some pretty good passing yards, which has been their bright spot so far of the game.
So got some stats here courtesy of Guy Dossie from the Calaveras Enterprise and CalaverasEnterprise.com. Guy says that Enrique Hernandez has 109 yards rushing and a touchdown just in that first half. And the Calaveras as a team has 126 yards rushing. Denair only 17 yards rushing. And Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, has 87 yards passing and a touchdown. That's probably one of the biggest nights with that big, long.
That helps.
That helps.
That helps a lot.
That helps a lot. So great job, both offensively and defensively. I got another KVGC studio update from Jim. In Division 6, Ripon Christian has the lead over Liberty Ranch, 17-14. Good ball game going on there. Sonora in control of Bradshaw Christian, 28-6. And get this, Greg, Linden 19, Somerville 7.
Wow.
Wow is right.
That's
I felt like Somerville was the more physical team, and Linden
I thought they had the edge.
Had the that open field talent. And man, Linden is surprising everybody right now. We can see a rematch of Linden Calaveras next week. Of course, Calaveras has got to continue to take care of business here in the second half. Greg, why don't you talk to us a little bit about how Calaveras got here, how these teams got here, and what got us here tonight.
Real quick, just to talk about that 17 yards that Denair had. That was the last real run that they had right before the half. So take away that run where Calaveras thought they were going to be passing and was a different defense. Their running yards are even more dismal. But for Calaveras, they started the year way back in August. You remember that, August? Whew.
Yeah, when it was 100 degrees.
In the shade. Bradshaw Christian, they lost 20-21. Went up to Argonaut, 35. They won 35-36. Ripon Christian, they lost 38-21. Riverbank, they beat them 63-6. Went down to River Islands, they beat them 55-0. went up to Somerville, up in the high altitudes of the Sierra Nevada mountains. They beat them 21-7. Millennium had a forfeit. They didn't field a team that day. And then Big Valley Christian, they beat them 28-0. Linden, they beat them 42-12. Bret Hart on Halloween, 55-6 was the Calaveras win. And then last week in LeGrand came up and left with a loss. For Denair, they had a similar path with wins and losses. They started back in August. Modesto Christian, they won 66-0. They lost to Somerville 47-17. They beat McClatchy 42-21. They beat Pajaro Valley 41-0. They beat Stone Ridge 36-21. They beat Gustine 42-14. They beat LeGrand 49-21. They lost to Mariposa County 23-24 in overtime. Delhi was a win at 41-0. Waterford was a win at 59-34, and then they met Mariposa County again in the playoffs last week, and they beat them 33-28. So they got a little redemption with Mariposa County, and then they came up to Calaveras where they trailed 21-0.
So let's talk a little bit about what we saw in that first half. Pretty impressive, the Calaveras defense, and then being able to just shut down number 6, Bryson Salazar, who's averaging 132 yards a game rushing. They were not able to do anything on the ground, and all their success has been coming in the air, throwing to that number 3, Harlan Brown, their top wide receiver. And Derek Potter finds a way to buy extra time with the play action, with that wing T action, rolling out to his left or right. He's a left-handed quarterback, and it doesn't seem to bother him which side he rolls out to. And then he's trying to get down the field to hit Harlan Brown, number 3. And he's been open quite a couple of times to extend drives, get them first downs. They've been unable to connect where the receiver's still running, where they can get, maybe a big gain or try to take it all the way to the end zone, fortunately for Calaveras. So right now, I'm sure Coach Clark's going over what they're going to do in that defensive backfield to shore some things up. What do you think so far as Calaveras defensively and what Denair's been doing offensively?
Defensively, Calaveras has really shown that they still have some ways to go to do some decent coverage for passing. Some of those throws, some of the reasons they don't have much more yards passing is because Calaveras' front line got in and put pressure so the quarterback couldn't throw as cleanly as he would like, leading to the receivers having to wait or errant balls. So Calaveras absolutely has to figure out a way to get their passing defense locked in. Their running defense is phenomenal. They are just absolutely a stone wall right now. They just need to figure out how to get that other aspect of their game locked in.
And then when you look at the other side of the ball, Calaveras offensively, back to that power running game. Pretty impressive on that first drive to hit the long touchdown pass, getting Ryan Clifton on the bubble screen, getting him out into the open field. He's got incredible speed and an incredible athlete, great vision. So once he's in the open field, he's dangerous. So nice play call there on 3rd and 6 to fake to Hernandez. Quick little pass to Clifton to get him down the field. And then after that, right back to the power running game. Enrique Hernandez, Colton Ray, just pounding the ball. Coach Anderson's offensive line just moving that defensive line and creating holes and creating lots of space for these running backs to run the football. Denair struggling to stop that run, stop that big, powerful running back. And it's not that they've got guys in the wrong spot. That, fundamentally, they're there. But they're just getting ran over. Number 7's running guys over and just, So what do you do if you're Denair and you're their D coordinator and you're trying to talk to your team about stopping these guys on the Calaveras offense?
So for speculating on what they would be telling them, but it's one of those things where we have to pick something that they're not going to beat us on. So we have to sell out on Enrique, and we have to make sure that, yes, Calaveras has, Colton Ray, Clifton and Hernandez, but we have to sell out, and right now Calaveras had one long run, take that out, or one long pass, take that out of it. They had a couple downfield passes that didn't go very well. And the only success they've had passing is the bubble pass. And then the second or third bubble pass didn't get much yardage. One was an errant pass and one was about 6 yards. So if I'm the coach, we're going to stop the run. We're going to sell out on the run, put people on man on the outside, and make Calaveras throw the ball to beat us, because right now I don't know what else they're going to do. And there's not much you can do when the running back is absolutely running over your players. I mean, that there's just a fundamental skill level and physical level and intensity that Enrique is running with right now that, there's not much really you can do when you have people in those positions.
If I'm Denair's defensive coordinator, and you're absolutely right, it's hard. There's not much you can do from a one-on-one perspective. Right. So what I'm doing is saying, hey, guys, we got to gang tackle this guy. We have to swarm to the football. Having one or two guys there clearly isn't working, because that's not enough to bring this guy down. So you want to have a chance at the point of attack, we got to have 7-8 hats flying to the football, because that'll help get the job done. Mm-hmm. You got to swarm tackle. And so I think Denair needs to do a better job of not having one or two guys at the point of attack, because it's just not getting done. They need to do a better job of other people from other spots flying in and helping out those one or two guys to try to bring down those big running backs for Calaveras.
Right. That's easier said than done, especially when it's now 47 degrees, which is a California cold. It's your guys have been getting just shoulder padded to the ground all night long. We've said this before. This is where the frustration is going to come in. Some of the guys over there, the young athletes, they are seeing their season come to an end. They're seeing their season come to an end in a very abrupt and violent manner. So I'm also having that conversation as a coach of, hey, play between the whistles, nothing after. Be respectful of the game, be respectful of yourself, be respectful of the school, and let's not, let's go out. I don't want to say with dignity, but let's have some respect for the game, and let's not do any personal fouls.
So I got another scoring update from the KVGC studios. Ripon Christian 24, Liberty Ranch 21.
Don't they get half times?
I believe that is. But what a football game they got going on there. Ripon Christian, Liberty Ranch. The number 2 seed, Liberty Ranch. Number 3, Ripon Christian. Sonora 35, Bradshaw Christian 14. And I was also told, with Linden having the lead over Somerville, that Linden's doing so mostly through the air. Oh. And that's how they're having their success. And I've seen Linden and that quarterback and number 1, DeAndre. They can sling the ball around, and when they have success and they get their timing down, they're a very dangerous team through the air.
Yeah, and that is their strength of passing is absolutely what Calaveras doesn't want to see should they make it through the next level. That can be problematic.
It is a halftime score, so Linden 19, Somerville 7 at the half. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game tonight for the section championship. The day after Thanksgiving on Friday morning, Black Friday at 9 a.m., we're going to have some section championship football.
Who scheduled that?
Oh, boy. So it looks like we're coming down on about 4 minutes remaining here before we start the second half. Denair has already taken the field. Their guys are stretching out and warming up. Calaveras, I believe, they're starting to walk down their steps to get ready. What we're going to do is step away, hear another word from our sponsors, and when we come back, we'll get ready for second half kickoff. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship-level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs, or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier. Experience the exhilaration of the open road with a Harley-Davidson test ride booking. We understand the unique thrill that only a Harley can deliver. We are dedicated to providing our fellow riding enthusiasts with an unparalleled test ride experience. Whether you are a seasoned rider or just starting out, our diverse range of iconic motorcycles is waiting for you to take them for a spin. Book your test ride today and feel the unmatched power, style, and legacy that is Harley-Davidson.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where the Calaveras RedHawks have just taken the field to begin this second half. The home crowd, Calaveras faithful, letting them know that they're here to support them.
The historic cowbells in full effect, letting everybody know that they're here and they support them. And what a great first half for these young athletes to have, you know, as they come out fired up, ready to take control for the second half, to really in control of their own destiny right now, to make it to Sac State, showing up after tryptophan full turkey night.
Sac City.
Sac State, what did I say, Sac State?
Yeah.
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato. It'll be interesting here. So Calaveras has the lead, 21-0. They won the toss, elected to defer to start the football game. So they're going to start off with the football here.
So they scored at the last second, and now they get the ball back again.
And if they can go down and score again, that's going to put Denair in a real tough situation.
Something we didn't talk about, as you're in the playoffs and you don't want to risk injury, do you start rotating somebody in, or you start rotating, possible some close seconds in to give them some time, maybe let them develop a little bit just in the event of an injury next week, or just saving players' legs, arms, and whatnot?
Well, I mean, when you look at Calaveras' running back situation, when you go to number 13, Owen Shahan, and number 5, Colton Ray, those guys would probably be starting on any other football team if number 7 and number 33 weren't on this football team. So that's not too shabby of a backup running backs to have.
Right. You get a little bit more experience, and then you save the first starters or the first string for next week. And again, projecting that it's going to keep going the way it has, but with no glimmer other than a few passes from Denair, what's happened in the past is probably going to happen in the future, with Calaveras maintaining focus.
Yeah, that Calaveras defense is pretty stout against the run, and being down 3 scores, and depending on what happens on this opening drive, I would imagine we're going to see in this second half Denair probably, almost get away from having to run the football too much and go back to passing, which is actually what they've been successful at anyways.
Right.
So, Denair getting ready to kick off as we get ready to start this second half. They're going to kick off from our right to left. They're going to switch sides.
A little switcheroo.
So Denair will kick off from our left to right. The Calaveras kickoff return team will line up to the right. Number 22, Ryan Clifton, and number 10, Quincy Dyson, will go back deep to receive. And if I'm the special teams coach, I'm probably saying spy the squib or a little onside kick here.
Yeah, don't kick it to either one of those two. They're very accomplished returners.
Well, I mean, down 3 scores, it wouldn't be such a bad play to maybe, try to onside here. Here's the kick. And it's a short little squib kick. Bounces about the 30. Number 10, Quincy Dice is going to pick it up, get to about the 20. He's running off to his right, cuts back up the middle, and gets close to about the 25-yard line. And that's where the Calaveras offense will come out and start their first drive of the second half, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that ball was certainly going out of bounds, and it kind of ended up exactly, the run back or the return ended up about where it would have been had it gone out of bounds. Quincy's certainly trying to get something done, but again, a little coachable moment, let it go out and get a few yards better position.
So they'll spot the ball at the Calaveras 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Curran, the quarterback, under center, single back behind him. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap, hands off to that motion man. That's number 22, Ryan Clifton, who makes a man miss, cuts back up the middle, and he's going to get it all the way past the 35-yard line, pick up of about 7, maybe 8 yards on the play.
Yeah, great. That Denair had cut off that outside. Calaveras lost that edge. He planted his foot. That guy just switches direction as quick as a hiccup. Planted, went upfield, and got really nice yardage.
Ball spotted at the Calaveras 37-yard line, 2nd and 2. Curran under center, single back behind him. Puts Enrique in motion. There's the snap, hands off to Enrique. Enrique cuts back up the middle, makes a man miss, and one shoestring tackler away, and he would still be running.
He squirted out between 3 Denair defenders. One of them grabbed his big toe, which caused him to fall down. I'm not sure it was big toe, but just like you said, shoestring. How did he come through? They were all on him and just squirted out. That's some powerful running.
They'll spot it at the 47-yard line of Calaveras, 1st and 10. Curran's got the offense of the line of scrimmage, single back behind him. Slot receivers to his right. Puts a man in motion. That's Clifton. There's the snap. He's going to hand off to Colton Ray right up the middle. And a nice big gain of about 7 yards on the play. Number 5, Colton Ray.
That was a huge hole for him to run through, lowering his shoulder to get the last couple yards. But that offensive line absolutely blew their defenders right out of the water.
The 7-yard gain brings up 2nd and 3 from the Denair 46-yard line. Curran this time in shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Looks off to his left. He dumps it off to Colton Ray, who breaks one tackle, cuts back up the middle, gets it up to about the 45-yard line. Not much there, maybe about a yard. So 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, good pocket for him to take his time and make the nice little, dump out pass or flat pass out there. Smart play by Colton.
So 3rd and 2 from the Denair 45-yard line. Curran under center, split backs behind him, puts Clifton in motion. There's the snap. Hands off to Clifton. He's got a nice block. Nice little spin move, still on his feet. Cuts out to his right. And he's going to finally get tackled inside the Denair 40-yard line, but not before he has another Calaveras first down.
That was a nice little spin move just to get somebody off him and get some more yards. And don't want to overshadow Michael Crandall with a pancake block. Pancake blocks where you take the defender and put him on the ground, generally on his back. So they call that a pancake, and offensive linemen love to eat those up. So right now he's working on a short stack. Good job, Crandall.
So they'll spot the ball at the Denair 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Calaveras. They're moving from our right to left. 9:04 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and the clock continues to move. Curran under center. Puts Clifton in motion. There's the snap. And we got some movement prior to the play developing. Let's see what the call is. False start on Calaveras. That's going to move them back 5 yards. It'll remain first down, 1st and 15.
Well, it's been a few minutes without a penalty. Kind of missed it.
Well, I'm sure Coach Mosa disagrees with that notion. So they spot the ball at the 43-yard line of Denair, 1st and 15, 8:43 and counting. Calaveras has the lead, 21-0. Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, under center, single back behind him. There's the snap. He's going to pitch it off to number 5, Colton Ray, around that left side. Makes one man miss. There is a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be holding Calaveras, but Denair absolutely blitzed both A-gaps, expecting a run up the middle. And
so, yeah, holding on Calaveras again. And it was already 15, and they moved that back another 10. So now we're looking at 2nd and 25 coming up.
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, you could tell when the started sweeping out to the left, running to the left, that jersey from Denair got pulled away quite a bit from his body. And when you're out in space like that, they're going to get called every time. Up there in the scrum and when you're root hogging around, that kind of doesn't get called, but when you get out there, it's pretty obvious.
So it's actually 1st down and 25. Curran under center. They're all the way back to their 47-yard line. Puts Enrique in motion. Hands off to the counter trap. That's number 5, Colton Ray's on the open field. No one's going to catch him, but there is a flag on the play.
Denair blitzed that middle, or the A gap, and ran right past Colton as he came in.
That same side judge who called the last holding called it again, and Coach Mosa is livid.
Yeah, I honestly can't say I didn't see it, but it was a middle run, so not really much to, I don't know.
Just the penalties are absolutely just killing this drive.
And Calaveras has had problems before with penalties. With as upset the coaches are, they might think it's a ticky-tacky call, but nonetheless, another opportunity. Yeah, I'd call the same play, man. Just running back over there. Do it again.
So they move the ball back at the spot foul. They spot it at the 50-yard line, and it's 1st and 22 with 7:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cohen Curran, the Calaveras quarterback, gets the call, gets his offense up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to go under center with a single back. That's number 7, Enrique Hernandez, behind him.
We got a timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout, Calaveras. We'll be right back right after this.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Frank Meyer Field here in San Andreas, where the Calaveras RedHawks have the lead 21-0 with 7:58 remaining in the 3rd quarter. They have the football moving from our right to left, right at the 50-yard line, where it's 1st and 22. Cohen Curran, the quarterback's under center. He's got a single back behind him. That's Enrique Hernandez. Puts a man in motion. Takes a snap, hands off to that motion man. That's Owen Shahan, number 13. He'll pick up maybe 2 yards, not much there. 2nd and about 19 coming up.
Yeah, you might want to wonder, why are you taking a timeout with such a long distance of gain? At that point, you've had a couple, almost 3 penalties. You want to calm everybody down, give the coaches a time to off gas, just kind of get everybody on the same page. Very important drive. You're coming out in the second half. You still want to set the tone. So good job to, get everybody a breath and let's calm down and start executing.
They spot the ball at the 48-yard line of Denair. 2nd down, 19. Curran under center. Split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. There's the snap. He's going to hand off to Enrique, who runs off left tackle, breaks one tackle, turns on the jets around the left-hand side, and finally gets pushed out of bounds about the 35, 36-yard line. And boy, it looks like, I mean,
he was
could
kind
run-
of trotting that for a second, letting his blocks develop, and then when he dropped that gear, he just took off.
It's like he can run you over or just outrun you if he decides he wants to just try to use the speed.
And it almost looked like the defense was pacing him, thinking, "Oh, we're just going to run him down the sideline." And he said, and just took it around the side. They were content to not be hit and just run him to the side.
So they'll spot the ball at the Denair 36-yard line, and now it's going to be 3rd and 7 after the big pickup by Enrique Hernandez. Curran breaks the huddle. He's going to go under center with I-backs behind him. Puts a man in motion, and now
Timeout.
another timeout, Calaveras. That's their second timeout in the last couple minutes. Very interesting. We'll be right back.
They just get 2, right?
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark. We're coming to you from Calaveras High School, where Calaveras, on this drive, has had 3 penalties and 2 timeouts.
Just to confirm for the playoffs, you still get 3 per half, right?
Yes. All right, 3rd and 7.
I was joking.
Ball's at the Denair 36-yard line. Kern's got the offense at the line of scrimmage. He's under center. I-backs behind him. Puts Clifton in motion. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw. He's got Clifton wide open. Makes the catch. Makes a man miss. And he's going to get it close to the 25-yard line. And it's going to be enough for a Calaveras first down. What a play.
Yeah, if Cohen just got that ball out a little bit quicker, Clifton had to wait for it a little bit, turn around, kind of an awkward catch, but still enough for a first down. And I think everybody on the sideline over there from Denair thought that Enrique was getting the ball, but again, another great play call to get a pass for a first down.
From the Denair 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Curran under center, and we got some movement on the line. The right tight end looked like over there moved. We got false start on the offense. And once again, penalties moving back this drive.
Deja vu all over again. I mean, good news, they are eating up a lot of clock.
So the 5-yard penalty will move the ball back to the Denair 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. The clock is moving at 6:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Calaveras has the lead 21-0. They have the ball. It's 1st and 15. Curran under center. Split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off to his fullback right up the middle. That was number 5, Colton Ray. And he'll pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards. Not much there. They'll get it. They'll spot it at the Denair 29-yard line. And we're going to have about 2nd and 14 coming up.
Yeah, Denair is certainly doing their best efforts to take away that middle run from Calaveras, and so far it's worked pretty well. Vegas odds says Calaveras is probably going to have a penalty this play. Even money right now.
2nd and 14. Curran under center, single back behind him. Puts a man in motion. That's Enrique. There's the snap. He fakes Enrique, gives a Colton Ray on the counter trap. He'll pick up about 6 yards on the play, and it'll become probably about 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 7, a little bit more manageable.
Nice little strong run right up the middle, despite Denair bringing more guys down into the box.
Well, when you put number 7, Enrique, in motion and you fake like you're going to hand to him,
he's going to draw some attention.
He's going to draw some attention, so that counter play away from it has worked out pretty well. So, 3rd and 7. Curran under center. Split backs behind him. Puts a man in motion. Hands off to number 7, Enrique Hernandez, who cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, still on his feet. He'll get all the way down to the Denair 10-yard line. That's a first down, Calaveras.
Literally was dragging 2 Denair defenders and trucked another one while he was dragging the Denair defenders. That was a powerful, powerful run.
So they'll spot it right at the Denair 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 10, 4:35 remaining in the third quarter. Cohen Kern, the quarterback, under center. I-backs behind him. He's going to hand off to Enrique again, off left tackle. Cuts out to the left side, and he's going to go in untouched. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Untouched up the middle for a touchdown. He's just firing on all cylinders right now. Calaveras getting those blocks, and more importantly, staying on those blocks. Calaveras can complete control of this game right now.
Here comes Caden Gray, the Calaveras kicker, to attempt the kick after. There's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So
Nice
with
job.
4:24 remaining in the third quarter, Calaveras adds to their lead 28-0. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Frank Meyer Field here in San Andreas, where the Calaveras RedHawks have added to their lead 28-0 with 4:24 remaining in the third quarter. Here comes Caden Gray, the Calaveras kicker, kicking from our right to left. There's the kick. It's a deep kick off to the left-hand side. Gets a nice bounce, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And Denair will start their next offensive drive at their own 20-yard line.
See, that was a touchback without the 15-yard penalty.
It was. Very good kick.
So Gray is doing really good today. Ate his Wheaties, not sure, but he is, doing an excellent job with kickoffs.
I'll tell you what, that was a tough offensive drive for Calaveras. It was good they were able to come out of there with the touchdown. With all the penalties, all the adversity, they must have had 50 yards in penalties just on that drive.
Oh.
Here's this bad problem with the snap with Denair. And number 20, Corey Castle, is going to sack Potter, the quarterback, in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about 5 yards, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, great job, Corey, coming straight through, just bowling through his guy and getting the quarterback, bobbled it a little bit. So, Calaveras defense still imposing their will. Calaveras came into the contest with it's our will against yours, and you will lose. And they're really doing a really good job. I don't know if I can say really any more times in that sentence, but
Another KVGC studio update: Sonora 42, Bradshaw Christian 14. Potter throws off to his left-hand side. It's complete to number 26, Bryson Salazar. He'll pick up probably about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be third down, 6 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 9.
he was fairly open, but Colton Ray, number 5, went out there and tracked him down and stopped him again for another short gain or shorter gain. He's having a really good game, both sides of the ball, putting some really good hits out there and being an impactful player. There I go with reallys again. Where'd I get that?
I really don't know. Ball spotted at the Denair 21-yard line. There's the snap. Potter's looking to throw. He's trying to set up that screen again. He throws it off to his right. There's just absolutely nobody home.
Yeah, good thing he threw it because Wyatt Aris-Avor was coming through fast, and quarterback made a real good decision to get rid of it.
Yeah, Potter, the quarterback, goes really deep into the pocket to set up that screen. He's really trying to create some space. He threw it out over to his right side, which is tough for a left-handed quarterback, and there was just absolutely no one over there.
Now, Calaveras was on the receiver, on the running backs. They played that very well. They weren't fooled like they were the last few times. I shouldn't say fooled, but they weren't. They played it very well.
So 4th and 9 from their own 21-yard line. And Denair's going to keep their offense out on the field.
Why not?
There's the snap. He's looking to throw. Potter throws deep to his left-hand side. He's got a man wide open. And Ryan Clifton comes over
good play.
and knocks it down. Number 3, Harlan Brown was wide open, and 22 came flying over from his free safety spot and knocked the ball out of there. It's going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, Calaveras.
Out of nowhere, that receiver was going down the field and looked like there was no defender out there. Ryan came from 15 yards at least away. Great timing, got there right as the ball got there, knocked it away. Looks like Calaveras made the adjustments they needed for their pass defense to come through.
Great defensive play by number 22, Ryan Clifton. Now the Calaveras offense is in business. 1st and 10 at the Denair 21-yard line with 2:42 remaining in the third quarter. They've got the ball in the red zone, and they've got the lead, 28-0. Here comes Cohen Curran. Lines up in shotgun with double slot receivers. Puts a man in motion. We got some penalties now.
Might be a delay. Looks like Corey Castle came running off. There's some confusion on personnel.
Yeah, we have a delay game on the offense. Yeah, we had 12 guys on the field, and one guy had to hurry up and run off, and Curran couldn't snap the ball until he got off the field, and it just took a little bit too much time for that to happen. So they'll move back 5 yards. 1st and 15, ball at the Denair 26-yard line. 2:42 remaining in the third quarter. Curran once again in shotgun. Slot receivers to both sides. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap, fakes to the motion man. He's going to throw it deep.
Quincy.
He's got his man wide open, Quincy Dyson, and just overthrew him.
Wide open. That's a pass that Cohen's going to want back. Take about a little bit of sauce off that, and a little excited that he was so open possibly to throw it. Missed opportunity for Calaveras. Luckily, no damage was with the score 28-0.
Yeah, he was wide open. Quincy Dyson leaked out from his slot receiver spot over on that left side. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Once again, they'll line up in double slot shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Curran takes the snap. This time he gives to the motion man. That's Ryan Clifton, who sweeps out to his left side, makes a man miss, breaks one tackle, gets inside the 20-yard line, and picks up a nice gain of about 7 yards on the play.
Again, Colton Ray, downfield, blocking his guy, past Clifton, about 10 yards past Clifton. You can't say enough staying on the block. All good things happen when you stay on your blocks, and the effort that they're giving, 28-0, they're foot on the accelerator. It's good to see.
So they'll spot the ball at the Denair 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8. We're 2 minutes left in the third. Curran under center, puts a man in motion. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. 44, Landon Patrick struck right up the seam. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Second pass for a touchdown of the night. Patrick wide open. Happy as heck at getting a touchdown in the playoffs. Calaveras in complete control, running and passing. It's got to make them feel good that they can make those points. And at this point in the game, you're almost not trying out new plays, but, reinforce them in game time.
Here comes Caden Grave with the kick after attempt. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's up. And it's good.
All right.
So with 1:50 remaining in the third quarter, Calaveras 35, Denair 0. We'll be right back.
Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our riding academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming in from Calaveras High School. Calaveras RedHawks have just added to their lead, 35-0 with 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. Here's the kick by Caden Gray. Kicks it to about the 15-yard line. It's fumbled it. The Denair receiver finally picks it up, gets it to about the 10, cuts back up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, gets across the 20, and then he's finally brought down about the 21-yard line, and that's where Denair will begin their next drive, 1st and 10.
There's a nice little run back despite the little bobble. Made a couple good cuts and got some nice yards. paid for it at the end with a nice little tackle, but
So 1:39 remaining in the third quarter. Calaveras leads 35-0. Here's Denair, the line of scrimmage. Potter takes the snap. He's going to hand off right up the middle to number 1, who's going to pick up maybe 3 yards. Good defense by the Calaveras. That was number 1, Deegan Butler, their fullback.
yeah, Denair's still getting out of the huddle, getting to the line and snapping the ball. They're staying with their game plan, staying with their process. I would have expected a lot more urgency. I know they're down by so much, but I would expect some more passing at least.
Well, it's about to become even more urgent here pretty soon because
The fourth quarter.
fourth quarter running clock. If you're down by 35 or more, we're down with 1 minute remaining. There goes Potter. He's going to fake. Gives to another running back. That's 23. And a nice tackle by number 16, Devin Ellis. They call him Bam Bam, and now you know why.
Holy cow. Calaveras, I couldn't see who the defender was, but he stayed on his block but was able to stretch that out, and Ellis came from second level and just put a stick on that running back.
It'll be 3rd down and 8, and there's a penalty on Denair on top of it, so they're going to actually move the ball back. What a great defensive play by Devin Ellis.
Yeah, again, all effort from Calaveras, regardless of the score or how much time is left. They are playing every play right now with 100%. And I couldn't see what the penalty was, but might have been personal foul. They went back pretty far.
Another KVGC studio update. Ripon Christian 31, Liberty Ranch 21.
Oh.
So they'll spot the ball at the Denair 12-yard line, 11-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 20. There's Potter under center, takes the snap, he goes back to pass. No, it's that little wraparound draw, and Calaveras is not fooled.
They were waiting for him.
They're waiting for him. He'll pick up with a good effort a couple of yards, but nowhere near what they need. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, he ran into the waiting arms of 3 Calaveras defenders unblocked. It was
and that's going to be the last play of the third quarter with the score Calaveras 35, Denair 0. When we come back, we'll be 1 quarter away from seeing Calaveras go to their first section title game in 15 years.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School, where we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Calaveras has the lead, 35-0. We're going to see a running clock here as Denair gets ready to start. They're going to be moving from our right to left. It's going to be 2nd down and about 17 yards from their own 14-yard line. Potter under center, takes a snap, hands off to no, he fakes it. Now he's looking to throw, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield.
Castle?
Number 20, Corey Castle, and number 60, Wyatt Harris converged. They looked and said, hey, I'll meet you at the quarterback.
They are just having their way with it.
Liberty Ranch just scored. Ripon Christian 31, Liberty Ranch 28.
Ooh.
Both of those teams battling for that section title chance. Denair in a punt formation, the punter from his own end zone. There's the kick.
Nice kick.
Calaveras does not even put a returner back there. It's going to bounce past midfield and finally settle at about the Calaveras 43-yard line, and that's where Calaveras will get started on their next offensive drive, 1st and 10.
Denair has gotten the luxury of having the Denair bounces. They've had some pretty good bounces on their punts so far. Looks like Calaveras is putting in some different personnel. Some of their next up players.
Curran, the quarterback, remains in the ball game. They're going to be moving from our left to right.
Like Hernandez is coming off, and it's like 21 Austin Locke's coming on. It's like we have
Curran under center, puts a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. And number 77 for Denair makes the nice stop on number 13, Owen Shahan. He'll pick up maybe a yard, 2nd and 9, as the clock continues to run with just under 10 minutes.
I'm sure the defense is glad not to see number 7 out there.
Yeah, when he came off the field, you heard the crowd give him a big round of applause, showing their appreciation for his effort. With 2 minutes left in the third quarter up in Tuolumne, again in the air, Linden, 27, Somerville, 7.
Oof. Oh,
Another handoff right up the middle. This time that's number 21.
Austin Locke.
Austin Locke, the young guy they pulled up from JV. So Coach Mosa getting a look at some of these younger players.
I like that look. He ran hard, put his shoulder down, got a couple more yards. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Again, Curran gets his offense to the line of scrimmage. He'll go under center with a single back behind him. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Gives it that motion man. That's Ellis, who cuts back up the middle. Makes a man miss.
Geez.
He's still on his feet. 20. 10. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Ellis with the speed. He hit that corner and was flat gone. And I know, he hasn't been in as much. Defense is a little tired, but still, what an amazing run. Good blocking. Calaveras showing they are the team to beat right now in the playoffs.
Devin Ellis. They call him Bam Bam, and he bammed his way through that hole and took it to the house from about 40 yards out. Here comes Caden Gray with the kick after attempt. There's the snap. There's the kick.
Ooh, almost blocked. 21 got through there pretty well.
He might have got a piece of it because the kick is no good. So, with the missed kick, the score with 8 minutes and the clock running, Calaveras 41, Denair 0. We'll be right back.
Treats General Store in San Andreas, California is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852.
Welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you from Calaveras High School. And we're about 7.5 minutes away from seeing Frank Meyer Field become a place of a big celebration as Calaveras is getting ready to head to the section title game for the first time in 15 years. There's the kick by Caden Gray. It's deep, bounces at about the 10-yard line, gets all the way, It almost died on the 1-yard line, but got into the end zone for a touchback. Denair will start their next drive from their own 20.
Gray's getting it tonight, man. He's got some good kicks. He had that one little mishap, but he straightened them out and put some length on him. And again, Calaveras, full control. Their next up running backs putting in full effort and getting some more points. Looks like they have some different personnel out there on the line. Looks like 72 and 66. Nico Garcia and Jack McKinney coming out and see what they can do on the line.
Potter, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands off right up the middle. Big run. He rips off about 11 yards. Number 1, the fullback.
Deegan Butler.
Nice little gain of 11. He'll get a Denair first down. Coming down on 6 minutes remaining in the football game. Calaveras has the lead, 41-0. Potter goes under center, takes a snap. Hands off to his running back, and he's going to get stopped right away. Maybe a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The new players in Calaveras on the line looks like they're trying to settle in a little bit and get some of the initial jitters out when they come in. Get some valuable playing time, valuable experience.
They'll spot the ball at the Denair 34-yard line. 2nd and about 6. Potter takes a snap, hands off to 26. Bryson cuts it. Oh, he's going to slip. He was trying to make his cut. He was running off the left edge. He was trying to cut back in the middle, and he slipped and fell. They'll pick up about 3 yards. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. Kind of fooled a little bit of the Calaveras players. They thought he was running up the middle. The offensive line did a really good job of taking care of the front line, and that little misdirection. Oh, flag on the play.
And an illegal chop block on Denair. That's going to move him back.
Maybe that's why they did so well taking care of the front line with the chop block.
They'll move the ball back all the way to the 19-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and a very long way. And they run that little wing counter, and it goes nowhere. Great discipline by the Calaveras defense. They were not fooled on the counter. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, Corey Castle knifed in there and just made the tackle right after the handoff. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed with, Calaveras' run defense or Calaveras' run offense. They've been both very impressive tonight. Their offense, passing hasn't been too bad, but their defense has been amazing.
There goes Potter. He's going to go back to pass. He's going to roll to his left. He throws, and it's going to be incomplete, a little bit too much. He was trying to get his top receiver, Harlan Brown, but it was thrown out of bounds. And we're going to have 4th down and very long coming up.
That's why you wear your helmet on the sidelines. If you're not paying attention, you get beamed by the ball, an errant pass, you're okay. So good job keeping your hats on the sideline, boys.
So 4th and about 21 from their own 19-yard line, coming down on 3.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Potter goes back to pass. He's trying to set up that screen again. It's complete, off to his right-hand side. And he's going to get knocked out of bounds right about the 30-yard line. So nice pass, nice catch. There's a flag thrown way up into the air. Now the referee was showing how good he could throw the flag.
That was impressive.
It should be a turnover on downs. That's the result of the play because the 4th down play was not enough to make the line of gain. But let's see what this penalty is all about.
There was a little bit of celebrating by Calaveras. Hard to tell what happened over there, but the running back absolutely got stoned. I couldn't tell which Calaveras player it was, but stopped in dead tracks.
So here comes the white hat with the official call. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Calaveras. But it is going to remain Calaveras football.
So it was after the play. So there was a turnover on downs after the play. Calaveras retains the football, but they'll move them back 15 yards. Another KVGC studio update. Ripon Christian 38, Liberty Ranch 28. 2 minutes left in the third. They got a barn burner going down over there. Oof. It's a good learning point for whoever did the personal foul. It could be words, could be who knows. Next man in. I know you're trying to do your job and be energetic about it, but that's a learning point in a controlled environment to not let your emotions get the better of you.
So they spot the ball at the Denair 46-yard line.
So we should be kneeling down.
Yeah, 1:48 remaining in the football game. And quarterback under center takes a knee. Minute and a half left. And now it should just be
Probably say that's it.
a couple kneel downs, and this game's going to be over, folks. The Calaveras varsity RedHawk football team, all season long, power running, stout defense, and finally, right around to the end of November, if you're any kind of football coach, you want to be practicing at the end of November. You know that's a good season if you're practicing at the end of November. And Calaveras football is going to be headed to the section title game.
What an exciting finish to a really good season that Calaveras had. Looks like, hopefully the coaches aren't listening. Looks like they're getting a Gatorade jug ready.
They're getting a Gatorade jug ready.
Yeah. Oh, looks like a coach got into it and, turned his back. Oh, the coach turned his back on another coach to help him take off the lid. Judas.
So 20 seconds.
They picked an empty one, knuckleheads.
So both teams meeting at the 50-yard line to shake hands. The coaching staff. 10 seconds.
What a great year. What a commanding victory in the playoffs.
And that's it. It's official. Final score, Calaveras 41, Denair 0. They'll be headed to the section championship game next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, at Sacramento City College. And right now, Linden has the lead. If we get a final score on that coming up, we'll let you know. But so far, it looks like they're going to be rematching with Linden. And it wasn't that very long ago. Linden was right here at Frank Meyer Field. And it's going to be an all-Mother Lode League section title game. When we come back, we're going to hear a word from our sponsors. We'll break down and summarize this game for you and talk about the matchup for next week. We'll be right back.
Attention football fans and backyard dreamers. Game day is better when your home turf is just as impressive as the one on the field. The Paver Company is here to turn your yard into the ultimate outdoor paradise. Perfect for barbecues, watch parties, and relaxing evenings. Locally owned and family operated by the Biondi family, we bring championship-level craftsmanship and a personal touch to every project. Make your yard the one everyone talks about. Visit thepavercompany.com or call 916-222-8844 to schedule your consultation. Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality with the Paver Company. Ready to feel the freedom of the open road? Learn to ride at Harley-Davidson of Sacramento. Our Riding Academy is now open 7 days a week. Whether you're brand new to riding, getting back on the bike after some time away, or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got a course for you. You'll learn everything from mastering the controls to riding the curves with confidence. It's also the perfect gift for a new rider in your life. Sign up today and let us get you rolling. We'll even help you register for an upcoming class when we return to the line. Harley-Davidson of Sacramento, where your journey begins. Treats General Store in San Andreas, California, is a proud sponsor of Calaveras football and the Let's Talk Football with Coach Val podcast. Treats General Store has everything you need from groceries, meat, liquors, and hardware. Treats General Store since 1852. MRM Stone has over 1,000 natural stone selections, fabrication services, and delivery available. Stop on by 2173 Highway 12 in Valley Springs or go to mrmstone.com. Give us a ring at 209-763-5761. MRM Stone, your masonry and landscape stone supplier.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Gil Valtierra and Greg Stark coming to you live from Calaveras High School in San Andreas, where the Calaveras RedHawk varsity football team has just beat Denair 41-0, and they've punched their ticket into next week's CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 7 Section Championship football game. Let's go over the scoring summary. In the first quarter, number 22, Ryan Clifton caught a pass from Cohen Curran and took it 77 yards for a touchdown. Caden Gray's kick was good, and Calaveras had the lead 7-0. And the second quarter, once again, Ryan Clifton from 5 yards out, 14-0. Kick was good, Calaveras. Also again in the second quarter with only 15 seconds remaining in the half, number 7, Enrique Hernandez barrels into the end zone from 1 yard out. Kick was good. Calaveras has the lead 21-0 at the half. In the third quarter, Calaveras continued, got the football, struggled a little bit with all of those penalties, but ended up in the end zone. 4:24 remaining in the third. From 10 yards out, number 7, Enrique Hernandez scores. Extra point is good. Calaveras has the lead 28-0. Once again in the third quarter with only 1:50 remaining, a nice 15-yard reception. Cohen Curran hits the tight end, number 44, Landon Patrick. Extra point was good. They have the lead 35-0. And then with 8:45 remaining in the fourth quarter, number 16, Bam Bam, Devin Ellis gets in on the action on a long 40-yard run. Calaveras had the lead there, 41-0, because the PAT was no good. And that's your final score. Calaveras 41, Denair 0. Last check, Linden was still leading in the fourth quarter. We'll give you that score as soon as we get it, if we get it, while we're still going. But Greg, talk to me a little bit about what you saw tonight here out of this Calaveras football team.
Saw Calaveras come out inspired. They ran the ball. They stuck with what got them here. They didn't try to get fancy. Even when they were down, the down and distance was what seemed to be insurmountable. They still came through, still played like they belonged here, still played like they wanted it, regardless of what point in the game they were up. Again, imposing their will, doing what they needed to do. And then the one minor glitch would be the passing defense.
Right. And then I mean, just the combination of this power running game by Calaveras, so they could go on, take 8-9 minutes out of a quarter and just go on a long drive.
Mm-hmm.
And then that stout defense against the run, that combination of great stout defense and good power running, I believe, is what's got them here in this point thus far. Young Owen Shahan said to me, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. And the defense,
right.
the defense tonight played like a championship football team.
They absolutely did. They got him the ball in great field position, gave him short fields to go down, like you said, and still take off chunks of clock, but got the ball in a good position. Very few mistakes on defense for the run. Again, we'll talk about the passing defense and things they need to shore up. But if I'm Linden, that's what I'm looking at. I'd be curious to see how much Linden threw the ball around tonight. From what you've said and the intel you've got so far.
Yeah, my understanding is they're throwing it around.
And if they come in with that timing down and that that offense clicking on all cylinders, especially with the pass, that could be a really hard day for Calaveras.
Yeah, so far on Max Press, we're showing 27-7. With 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I don't know how up to date that is, but it does look like Linden is in control. And so there's very good probability that it will be Linden unless we see some incredible comeback by Somerville. Let's talk about Linden a little bit. They've got, number 1, DeAndre, that wide receiver, DeAndre Smith, who's an incredible athlete. But the last time Linden came here and played Calaveras at Frank Meyer Field wasn't that long ago. Everybody thought, that passing game in Linden, and what it turned out to be is they couldn't stop the power running game of Calaveras. Talk to us a little bit about that, Greg.
Yeah, looking back on the stats, when DeAndre came up here, he had 2 catches for only 7 yards, and total receiving yards, they didn't do very well. So I'm not sure if something was off that game. Certainly, Linden not playing a higher caliber this night as they did when Calaveras came. But I'm not sure if they changed personnel or what, or if Somerville had some injuries, but to have that magnanimous of a night tonight against Somerville, which is no slouch, and having such a dismal time when they came up to Calaveras last time, they've certainly turned things around and coming through.
And to play them like that up in Tuolumne
Right.
at Somerville. So I'm getting this, that it's 27-15 Linden with only a minute to go.
So that's
Or excuse me, 27-14.
27-14.
27-14. And
So
they look like Somerville's running out of time.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that comes out for Somerville. So more than likely going to be Calaveras at Linden. You know, Calaveras had some great success this year against Linden. Last year, Linden pretty much beat them like a drum. Tides have turned when they came up, which was shocking. You know, everybody thought it was going to be much closer.
Yeah, they played Linden here at Frank Meyer Field on October 24th, and they beat Linden 42-12. Calaveras did.
Right.
And so on the podcast, I talked with Coach Moso about that game, and I said I knew Calaveras had the athletes and had the team, had the defense, had the running game, that they had an opportunity to beat Linden. I had no idea they'd beat them 42-12.
That much.
That much. So it'll be interesting to see. Linden may have changed a lot of things since then. Clearly, they're throwing the ball around. So it's going to be a very exciting championship section football game the day after Thanksgiving. If this holds out, Linden and Calaveras, that game will be held at Sacramento City College at 9 a.m. on Friday the 28th, and KVGC Radio and myself, Gil Valtierra, and Greg Stark will be there, turkey leg in hand.
Heck yeah.
And we'll be there to bring you all the live play-by-play action. Any other words, Greg, about this game you saw tonight?
No, just a very inspired Calaveras team. It was nice to see the fans here. I hope they follow them to Sacramento. The coaches, well done on your season so far. Great bunch of kids, student athletes, and you know the community couldn't be prouder of a Calaveras RedHawks that are representing them in the championships.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't stress enough. I said it earlier about how difficult it is to get to this point. In the game of football, so many things can happen.
Grades.
You know, grades of losing players, injuries, fumbles and turnovers, big special teams plays. So many things can go wrong, and it's very hard to make sure that things always go right week in and week out, and to get yourself in a position to play for a section championship. Calaveras High School has never won a section championship in football in its history, and now they're one game away from changing all of that.
It's a special time. It's a real special time right now.
All right, folks. Hey, I'm Gil Valtierra, the voice of Calaveras football, along with Greg Stark. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Again, the final score here at Frank Meyer Field, Calaveras victorious 41-0 over Denair. We'll see you next Friday at 9 a.m.
Turkey leg in hand.
On Black Friday for the 2025 CIF Joaquin Section Division 7 Championship football game. It's going to be a big one. Linden and Calaveras. Until next time, we are out.